Hey everyone, welcome to our live Ask Me Anything. This is going to be on a regular basis once a week, unless something comes up and I will let you know ahead of time. But myself and Marlena is here today with some questions from our community, from our free groups, and from our paid clients, and they're in different communities. And want to welcome you today. I'm Cindy Keil. I am a self care wellness coach. This is your first time listening. And so, with that, I want to welcome you, Marlena, and let's get to it.
Hi there, everyone. And thank you, Coach Cindy, for allowing this space and time today for us to mingle here. So, grab yourself a good little drink there and a nice comfy chair and just join in this little chat today. Now, as you were just saying, we have some questions from people in the groups and also some of the emails that were coming in from just the past week or so. And today we want to talk a little more about clutter and how it can make you wealthy or
Make you broke.
I didn't want to say the word. I'm very positive. All right. So the first question that I am looking at right now is from Angela. And Angela is making me laugh, and I'm going to be crying. But
I'm already laughing.
Yeah, Angela is saying she has a clutter freak spouse. Okay. And no matter what she does, her spouse keeps adding more clutter to the house. So she'll clean it out and straighten up the house. And the spouse comes home from work with his friends as well. So they're part of the clutter problem. And they won't leave. And they want to, you know, um, have her, wait on them hand and foot. And they throw, their stuff on the floor and leave it there, and they'll say we'll come back and get it next time. So they're adding to the clutter, and the spouse yells if you move his stuff, and she wants to know, is there a way to um, stop this cycle, because she said it's been going on for like a month now since
Wow.
since they moved into this apartment.
Mm.
They went from a house to an apartment.
Oh, okay. And I don't know the whole story. So it could be from when they were in their home and when they moved into this apartment could have some negative energy in it that is causing all this clutter to come
Mm.
in, is what I thought at first. And so, and because you're a feng shui
Yeah, I was
advisor,
thinking it too.
I was thinking, wow, what kind of energy is in that home? Well, the first thing I would do, Angela, is go outside your home and I want you to look at it, your apartment. I want you to look at it. Is there anything that is in the way? Is it clear? Is it easy to see the front door? Or does it have a bunch of clutter and junk? I'll call it right out, junk hanging outside the door. If it does, throw it away or donate it to someone who could use it. That's what I say first of all. That will help you get rid of some of this negative energy when you walk into your home. The second thing I would do is I would leave the clutter there. And you know what? This is what Cindy would do because I'm a sassy type of gal. Invite your friends over and dump their stuff and your stuff in his way. Don't say anything, just do it and see what he thinks. I know it's not the right way to do it, but that's what the sassy Cindy would do. The other side of Cindy I wouldn't clean up his stuff because you keep cleaning it up. He's going to keep putting it there because he knows that you're going to move it or it's going to cause you friction. So I would leave it there and just keep your areas where you hang out clean and free of clutter. I know it's going to drive you nuts, but after a while, when he sees that your areas are clean and his aren't, usually 8 out of 10, men or women when this occurs with, because I have clients that are men as well and women, and they both have this issue. This is not the first time I heard of this. And a lot of it usually is the garage or the basement is where this issue occurs. So if it's in either one of those places, if you have a basement in this new apartment or a garage, I say leave it be. And just if you have stuff in the garage and you tidy it up or you declutter it, keep your areas decluttered. Eventually, he will come along and come around. If not, I'd say give it another 30 days. And if not, I would actually have a sit down with I believe it's your spouse, if not your partner or whatever it is in your life that you're having this relationship with, and just tell them how you feel. And just really tell them how you feel. Don't get angry. It is not worth getting angry over. Have a conversation and see if that helps. And if it does, please share that in our community. I hope you're part of our Self-Care SAS Facebook private community. Please join. If you're listening in on live or on the replay, join us. We're a community and we do this quite a bit. We have challenges, we have master classes, we have workshops. I provide resources. I coach groups of women and men and help them simplify and declutter their heads, their hearts, and their homes. So I hope that helps, Marlena. I hope that helps you, Angela. And
I'm
feel
sure.
free to let us know how it goes within the next 30 days.
I'm sure it will. We have kind of a testimonial
Oh, okay.
from a
We
Ryan,
love those.
a person named Ryan, and Ryan's versus subject line was, "Do your clients ever drive you crazy like my clutter did?" And I opened it up and I started laughing because I didn't expect a subject line like that. "Do your clients ever drive you crazy like my clutter did?" And he said, "From listening to you and taking your courses, I have learned to take my clutter that was in my home and move it out." He said, "I called my friends with 2 trucks and we loaded all these boxes, bins, and my toys, we'll call them, onto their trucks. And we had a couple beers and then we put them in storage bins." And he said, "Every week I've been going to the storage bins and taking 15 minutes out of my day and removing some of that clutter. So I'm going to get it down to one storage bin and, keep decluttering until there is no storage bin." So he wanted to say thank you for that. But his question was, "Do your clients ever drive you crazy like my clutter did?" And, with a testimonial. So I never got a testimonial with a question to it.
Well, first off, Ryan, that's so funny. First of all, I want to say that congratulations on making an investment in you, because when you clear clutter, you are creating space and lightness, and you're lifting that heaviness that's been weighing on you mentally and physically. And monetarily, money. It costs you money to store your items, whether you're storing them in a storage unit, you're storing them at a friend's house, or wherever you're storing them. Maybe it's at your apartment and they have a storage area. I know the apartments I've lived in, you got charged additional fees to store your stuff. So I applaud you and commend you. And and it's my pleasure to have helped you, and I feel humbled and grateful. That's what I want to say. The second thing is, yeah, there are clients that try your patience. So I do a lot of meditation so I can react to them in a better way, in a different way. But when you can't make someone do something they don't want to do. And when you have someone who's adamant about not getting rid of something because it's sentimental, not getting rid of something because you're going to use it someday, or whatever the case may be, um, all you can do is let it go. So that's what I do when I get someone who's combative. I just got to let it go and say, you do you, and I'll do me. So I hope that helps.
I'm sure it did.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a good story though, to clean out your house and have your friends come over, right? Tell them we're having a beer together, not really telling them what they're doing. And
Oh, they must have loved that.
yeah, So a guys' night together. Come on, boys. All right. So we have another question from Holly, and Holly wants to know: do you consider having a room in your house where you store your boxes and bins to be a room where it is like a clutter room? Should I clean it out? She said I closed the door so nobody can see the clutter.
I would clean it out because if you're closing the door and you don't want anybody to see it, it tells me, first of all, you're probably embarrassed. Remember, I'm very transparent here. You're embarrassed. You don't want anybody to go in that room. And why do you have that room? You could clear that out and make room for something better. How about a sacred space? A lot of people have sacred spaces in their homes. I would work on it, maybe just start a little bit at baby steps, once or twice this next week. Clean it out, a little bit at a time. You're gonna get two piles. Donate and sell. There's no keep. Because if you haven't been in that room in a while, my dear, you're not going to use anything in that room. And I don't want to hear maybe someday, or this was grandma's coat, or this was Susie Sue's coat, or this was my daughter's first kindergarten coat. Your daughter needs to take it. And if he or she don't, bye-bye. Needs to go. So work on it. Let me know how that goes. If you need more help in that arena, join the Self-Care SAS community and private message me on my Facebook group, or feel free to private message me on any of my social streets. I am on Twitter, Cindy Keil Coach. I am on Instagram, Cindy Keil Coaching. You can reach me anywhere. LinkedIn, Cindy Keil, Keil. You can see my name right across the screen here. Comment in the YouTube channel or private message me, and we'll have a discussion. Or you come into the community like this, ask questions. We are going to do live chats like this too, but I wanted to come on and start answering questions because we've been getting a lot of them. So I hope that helps you in decluttering, and you'll feel lighter. You'll feel so much better by doing that. Just do it in baby steps though, because it sounds like it's a lot to clean out anything. I don't care if it's a little drawer. It's a lot for some people to do that. And every time you do one thing, just one thing, you'll feel so much better. I promise you. It might not feel that way that day, but I promise you, from someone who has owned over 1,000 pairs of shoes and 8 or 9 closets and storage bins full of clothes with price tags on them. For those of you who remember Minnie Pearl, I'm telling you, and sentimental items, I can tell you, I can tell you, it's not easy, but I've done it all, and that's why I'm here to help and support and serve you. So I hope that helps.
Yeah, I'm sure it will help Holly. I know what happens to people when they have that room and it's closed off and it's dark. When you think about, okay, I'm going to clean that room, and you open the door, your immediate reaction is like, ugh, your whole vibrational energy leaves your being. So what I found to do is turn on the dance music.
Ah, yeah.
Okay. And what I did do in a room is I opened the door and I turned my dance music on, my old disco duck music. And, how's your crackers? And I pulled the bins out of the room, right? And I left them out in the hallway, and I went in the room and I said, okay, from ceiling to floor, you are getting clean. So I cleaned from the ceiling down. And then it smelled so good and it was so empty. I said to myself, and why would I want to put the clutter back in there now? So I opened the back door and I pushed the clutter out in the yard. Okay. And closed the door and came back in. So there was bins and boxes of things that weren't even mine out in the yard. Okay. And I have 3 storage bins outside, like sheds. And I said, and why would I want to put the clutter in you beautiful babies that we just cleaned out too? You're not going in there. So garbage night, guess where it went? Not even looked in the bins, didn't care. That's the way you do it for me. Out the door it went, to the curb. All right. And bye at 4 a.m. when the garbage man came. So I don't care where it went, but it's out of here. Okay. And that's the way I did it. So I know from experience that, when you move, right, and you're just moving, things are moving with you. So you're taking, things with you that you're not going to use. All right. And that's what we're talking about now. So that other woman that was just on, if she wants to make some money off her clutter, she could do that by putting it online and making some money. So that's how clutter can make you wealthy. What clutter is in your house? All right. What can you sell right now that you're never going to use again? One good item to get rid of is that old engagement ring, wedding ring, old gifts that you got, you're not using, things like that. But I want Cindy to share with us today. It's funny, but it's not. It wasn't funny then, but it is
Well, I
now.
can only imagine what you're going to bring up. So go ahead.
Yeah. So let's go back and look back at the I give you the clutter queen. Okay. Coach Cindy used to be a clutter queen, and like she said, she had over 1,000 pairs of shoes and only 2 feet. Okay, so she could have wore 1 pair of shoes every day for the rest of her life and never broke them in, and clothes with tags on them like Minnie Pearl and many other people listening right now. I will go in your closet right now and find clothes that don't fit you, but they're still in there. But she went shopping. She was sharing with me before the program. And what did you do that day? Share
Okay.
that story.
I lived in Michigan at the time, and Bobby loved to shop. Belinda came for the ride, and we went to the mall. It was an outdoor mall. And I was looking for a suit because I had to present. I worked in corporate America at the time. And so we went into, for example, one store. I'll give you an example. Went to Ann Taylor Loft, and I found the suit. And then I said, oh, I'll take a tan one. I'll take another blue one. I'll take a black one. Whatever color they had, I took them all. Then I needed a shirt for each one. Then I needed a belt for each one. And then they had the accessories for each one. So I had been shopping in other stores. So of course I had to have shoes to go with each one of those. So DSW, if you don't know what that is, the shoe warehouse, I had went in for 2 pairs of shoes and I come out with 20. And so my hands were kind of full by the time I got to Ann Taylor and bought all those suits. So I said, "Can I leave this stuff here? I'll be back later." We started shopping at 10 o'clock in the morning. The mall closed at 9:30 at night. We were still there. Bobby and Loretta were exhausted. We'd ate dinner there and they said, "It's time to go home." I said, "Oh, one more store." So I went in and bought my stuff. I collected everything, folks. So anyway, I went home. We went home and I was getting ready for the next day. I always put my stuff out for the next day because I had to get up early. And I said, "Where's my blue suit? I wonder where that blue suit to present." And I went back and go, "Oh my God, I left it at Ann Taylor." So now this is 3 or 4 days later. And I left 8 or 9 suits at Ann Taylor plus shoes plus accessories. So I called up Bobby. He started cracking up laughing. He goes, "You are crazy." He goes, "You had the whole car and trunk," because he had an SUV filled with stuff. And that's not counting the stuff I left at Ann Taylor. So I had to drive back out there and get it. After that, I continued to collect stuff. And it was because, honestly, I wanted to fit in. I didn't feel good. I didn't feel like I was enough. And I just kept shopping, 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 thinking that was going to impress people, help me get into this group, that group. It doesn't work, folks. But to make a long story short, it was funny at the time. It really was. I mean, it was like a comedy hour. But in the whole scheme of things, all I was doing was buying the stuff, sticking it in the closet, maybe wearing one thing out of the 50 things I bought. And it just collected in there. And the shoes just kept collecting. I had well over 1,000 pair of shoes. I probably had about 1,400, if not more. And most of them I never wore, never touched them. So
Because shared them
that's my,
with us.
huh?
Because you
What just,
shared them with everybody listening.
yeah, I could send
Listen,
out a pair of shoes
pair of
and an
shoes.
outfit to everybody at the time.
Right.
Yep.
So
Yep.
after you decluttered from that lifestyle, okay, and all those items, how did you feel? You had to feel much wealthier.
I did. I sold a lot of it, but I gave a lot of it away. There's a lot of people all over the United States, and I don't care where you are, that could use shoes, whether they're gently used, your clothing, your utensils, your silverware, your dishes, your knickknacks, your jewelry. There's so many people, battered women's shelters, um, veteran halls. There are so many places that you could donate stuff to, and and you feel good about it giving back to people that don't have it because you're not using it anyway. Why the hell are you going to leave it in a closet or pay for a storage unit for stuff you're not using that you may use someday? I mean, take it from me. It's not a way to live. It really, truly isn't. You you go into debt. Most of us go into debt. Then we can't get out of debt. And then that's another weight on our shoulders and in our mind and our heads it brings it into relationships and everything else. By decluttering, it sets you free. It sets you free. You'll be able to. It's really hard right now with inflation and the cost of everything has gone up. Everything, everything, no matter where you live, it's gone up. It's not going down. So you need to save and just sell your stuff, donate it. You can write it off if you have a business, a small business, or you have your own company. You can write it off. You can write it off. Or just donate it if you're not a business owner and you work from home or you're a homemaker. It doesn't matter. Your children's clothing gently used, playpens, beds, everything. You can give, you can donate. You can donate. So that's what I say. Give it away. You'll feel good. Have a garage sale. I've done that too. Have a garage sale. Have an estate sale. Get the neighborhood to do a garage sale and declutter. All of you need to declutter. And I will tell you, when you declutter and you feel lighter, you start surrounding yourself with goodness, and good things start coming towards you and happening to you. Your life gets much freer and joyful and peaceful and calm. So that's why I do what I do. So I hope that helps, Marlena, with my crazy story, but it's true.
Yeah, some of it may have cut out because it kept doing its thing again. So
We'll have more
that's
of these
okay because
chats. Yeah.
yeah, it's just, electronic things going on. Nothing we could do about the glitches. But can you share with everybody what you have coming up for them to come
Oh,
and
yeah.
join?
This is one of many that I do. Plus, I have other people and partners, such as Marlena, come in and do, and we have partners that we do these things with all the time. But I have an upcoming challenge. It's next Wednesday and Thursday at 12 noon. It's going to be an hour long at the most, or it could run over if we have a lot of questions. Um, and it's a challenge where we're going to simplify your life. You're going to learn. It's going to be very simple because I like things simple and easy. It's going to be 2 days with me. You're going to get supported by me and supported by community members and people who come to the challenge. It's a 2-day free challenge. You go to simplifydeclutter.info, and it's right across the bottom of the screen here. And it's at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. When you click on the link, you're going to see a workbook. There's a special offer. If you grab that book, it's going to go through exactly everything that I'm going to cover, and you'll be able to take notes and you'll be able to refer back to it. If you decide you don't want the workbook, that's fine. Just click on the no thank you at the bottom, way bottom of the screen, and you will be, you're in. You're just signed up. And then you will get follow-up emails from me just reminding you that it's coming up. And you'll also want to click on the link to join the private Facebook community, because that's where the challenge is going to be held at. And so I encourage you, if you want to simplify your life in your head, your heart, and your home, and your total well-being, I encourage you to come and join the Simplify Free Life Challenge. So with that, and also join the YouTube channel, Cindy Keil Coaching. I share things like this, lots of tips and resources. And we are going to do a live Ask Me Anything on a regular basis because a lot of you have questions and we want to answer them. And so with that, Marlena, anything else that you wanted to ask or share?
Right now, I'm looking at a message I got from a lady named Dee as we were talking, and she said, "Thank you, ladies, for this beautiful message today. I needed to get that through my head today and my ears because I am one of those, what we want to call clutter queens. So you're motivating me to start cleaning. And as soon as this is over, I have to put on some dance music because that's the only way I'm going to get moving around." Yeah, so that's D. So we motivated a lady today, and I hope many others to come to the live challenge, we'll call it, on the 14th and 15th at 12 noon Eastern time. And also, like Coach Cindy said, you can either grab the special offer there. It's pretty reasonable on simplifydeclutter.info. I believe on YouTube it will be under the description box. You may be able to
Yes.
just click on it,
Yes.
which will be easier. So, with that said, I'm going to ask Coach Cindy to do what she always does when
And
she
no, it's
completes.
okay. I'm going to actually share the link in the comments here, and it should show up. So give me 1 second. That way, there won't be any question about it. Let's just do that right now. Thank you for the reminder, Marlena.
Yeah.
Put it here right now. And that way, anybody who's listening in live right now, or you're listening to the replay on any of the social streets we're on, you'll be able to just click on the link and join. But again, if the workbook is only going to help you, but if you're not interested in the workbook, just scroll down. You'll see no thank you. Just click on there, and you're automatically enrolled in the free challenge. And it's an investment in you. It's not an investment in me. It's an investment in you. That's why I do this, because I'm here to serve you. So you don't have to go through all the BS that I did to get where I am today. I share the simple, easy way to do it. So if you want to simplify your life on any level, join me, join me, join us, join me in our community. And that's where we're going to host it live. And I will answer questions at the end. And I look forward to seeing you on the social streets. And again, we're going to do these live Ask Me Anythings on a regular basis. We're going to wait until we have, we'll have things to discuss, but also I want some questions that people may ask, or just tell us how they feel, or anything they want to listen to differently, or they want us to add or take away. We listen to your comments because we're here to serve you, just so you know. So with that, Marlena was saying that at the end of any discussion I do, if you're driving, continue to drive because you can breathe, and that's all you need to do. Or you're operating some kind of machinery or whatever you're doing. And for those of you who aren't, I want you to take a deep breath in and breathe in calm, peace, and joy, and breathe out overwhelm, stress, and anxiety. Again, take a deep breath in, and let's breathe in calm, peace, and joy, and breathe out overwhelm, stress, and anxiety. Make it a great one.